Well, hello there. The Drawbore Tenon is a very old and extremely solid design. It is something that not only holds the tenon into the wood so that the board cannot pull out, but number two, it's offset so that when you drive the peg into the hole, it actually sucks the stretcher up against the surface. So you're ending up with a very, very clean line. It looks very sharp, and it is a fairly simple process to do. Originally, they were designed so you wouldn't have to use any glue on them, but in this case, I did. So let's take a look at how to make this and see what we can learn. The Drawbore Tenon. This is actually a very, very traditional tenon, a traditional way of making joinery without glue. So what I want to start by doing is drilling a hole through the mortise, and I'm putting this basically through the middle of where the tenon will be, so halfway side to side, halfway front to back. If you're putting multiples, well, you can do the math from there. But in this case, I'm just going to be putting the one through. I'm going to drill through one side and then into the other, and just when the lead screw starts to poke through, I'll flip it over and use that mark made by the lead screw sticking through to come back through from the other side. This way I have a really nice clean entry and exit, so there's no blast out from it sliding out the other side. Now that I've drilled the hole all the way through the mortise, I can put the tenon into the mortise, insert the drill bit, and use the tip of the lead screw to actually make a mark on the tenon. And this way I know exactly where the hole needs to be, but I'm going to change that slightly. So we take the tenon out, and here's where the magic happens. You need to actually put the bit not in that mark, but towards the shoulder, about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch. Just do it by eye, nothing special. Just so that the holes are offset, and that way when you put the tenons through, it pulls this tenon into the joint. Now I need to make the pins, and I just use a piece of oak dowel or whatever dowel I need to match with. You can make the dowel, but in this case I'm just using stock that I get from the big box store. Also, I like to taper the ends. I keep the dowel about 1 inch longer than it actually needs to be, and this way that it sticks out a little bit on both sides. And tapering this end allows it to go through that joint a little bit easier and smoother as it goes through the zigzag. Now I don't need to use any glue, but in this case I have it, so why not? I'm never going to take this apart. And here you can start to drive it through the mortise, and as it goes into the tenon, it sucks the tenon farther back into the joint and gives it a very tight, very hard lasting joint that will, well, last you for years and years to come. So there you go, a drawbore tenon. It's a fairly simple joint. It is a lot of fun to make. And if you're wanting to do something more traditionally without glue, in a very, very solid design, this is really a great way to go. And plus it can leave a nice feature. If you were to leave this tenon out with a little bit of like a button edge, or you can cut it off flush, and that end grain adds as a little accent, almost like an inlay. So yeah, a lot of fun. I hope you like this. It was an interesting one for me to do. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know. If you did like this video, please hit like and go ahead and subscribe over here. Also, I want to say an incredible thank you to the patrons on Patreon. You guys are really the reason why I can keep putting out 3 videos a week like this content. If you'd like to help out with that, you can find out more right down over here. And until next time, have a wonderful day.